What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Select the team you want to join.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
40 autos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I been I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since I'm youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
This is second nature, all is automatic. Jesus wept.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. Travis Benjamin on the return. First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback, now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the play.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 67 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould lining up for the point out. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First possession coming for the Raiders, and at quarterback their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Carr being chased out left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Carr now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Again, it's Carr. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half. And
he's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 88 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Gold to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to let it go again. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams want to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give them a big check mark for that one.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are back within a score. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Throwing now is Carr, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at
their own 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Brings up 2nd and 4. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now Jones. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. First down 10 at their own 12-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Into the red zone. It's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Carr's pass. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and it's definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they made.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
They'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Close pass.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Niners 31.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They're on 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
7 on the play.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now Carr buying time to his left.
Now, and this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
1st and 10 at their own 29.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great...
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Robbie Gould lining up.
That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on 1st down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Raiders get a score closer.
The Raiders.
So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Carr pushes him over, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for convert.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Robbie Gould.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it. Didn't get... How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Again, it's Mariota, and he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields this way up at this. Now a hit and a loose football. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Covered by the Raiders.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed. Because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we?
Yeah, that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Raiders get a score closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Mariota again. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
Raiders 38.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down by Malik Collins.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
For a 49er.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Nicholas Morrow on the tackle.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, praise praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Jordan Reed has it, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Mariota's pass.
A big play there. 79 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No good.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one caught by Ross Dwelling. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Travis Benjamin, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
Here comes Richard on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First down, Mariota. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Las Vegas.
Now Mariota. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
To the air again, Mariota. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Mullins and the Niners now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jarek McKinnon, 70 yards, and the 49ers add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From a yard out. And the Raiders are back within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. So unable to throw it in for